Like many of you, I am a liberty-minded Democrat. I am pro-civil rights, pro-tolerance, pro-feminism, pro-worker. But like many of you, I've been disappointed for the last 20-something years. I mean, since the Bill Clinton presidency, DC Democrats have forgotten all four. I'm pro-worker, just perfect example right here. You can't call DC Democrats pro-American worker when they pay people who don't want to work, and that money comes from those of us who do work. When they invite illegal immigrants, and I do use that word, I'm sorry. They are illegal, and they're taking not only American jobs, taking places in our kids' schools and in hospitals that, once again, we pay for, or even worse, get worse services from because there's so much of a burden on us Americans. The Biden administration, they know no fealty to workers. Of late, those DC Democrats, Biden leads them, their aid to the rich has been extraordinary. They seem to have no restraints. Paying people who have absconded on loans but have high earning potential, they just don't want to use it yet. Those student loan forgiveness, that alone makes Joe Biden the worst Democrat president since probably that other JB, James Buchanan. There was, and it somewhat worked, a never Trump alliance that did keep him out of the presidency in 2020. There should be a no Joe. No Joe going forward, okay? Let him finish things out. He can retire with dignity by being a one-term president, and let someone else nominate better candidates, someone else who will win. Because Biden is the weakest candidate against any Republican except Trump, okay? Biden has a chance to lose an election that should be won. Get someone like Alex Padilla, okay? The senator from California, he's sensible, and he will win. Biden will not beat a single Republican other than Trump. Trump is their worst pick. They might step in it and get themselves stuck with Trump once again. But why take a chance? Do we really want a race to the bottom when we could have a very good candidate? And the Republicans might, okay? If you see, they don't get a lot of press yet because they're only talking within their own circles. But there's pretty good Republican candidates talking to other Republicans. There's 12 challengers to Donald Trump, and one of them may make it through, okay? Independents are going to get their chance to hear Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, Larry Elder, Vivek. They all make sense. And in contrast to DC Democrats now, they make way more sense. Most independents don't realize just how much the media's Berlin Wall, which has been protecting Biden, is doing an effective job. But that wall's going to come down. It might come down with the Hunter Biden finally breaking through the real news. It might come down with just a comparison of where we are now versus where we were. And it is not prosperous now, and it is culturally very damaging right now. So the wall's going to fall. Biden's going to be perceived as Nixonian, okay? I make the comparison now. What he and his family have done to profit themselves at the expense of the real workings of government that should be done decently, it is Nixonian. It is probably worse than Nixon's crimes. So sticking with just the way things are because you have the most titled leader running again is, even if he could win, why? Why protect a not so good old boy? And I use that term literally. I know that's an old Southern disparagement, but Biden has racist sympathies. He's not a civil rights warrior. He's not even close to a civil rights warrior, okay? He's been indisposed to alter the policies that have hurt Black Americans and generally middle class and lower income Americans, okay? The things that keep those groups from rising, Biden keeps in place, okay? No effort to change Social Security, no effort to change the education problems in inner cities. Those alone, but you've got so much more, dictate that we have a better candidate. No, Joe. Nominate better candidates. I am in favor of having in the primaries one vote that's not necessarily a candidate who will himself be running in the election, but a candidate who is the no Joe vote, okay? I'd like to see a prominent Democrat who won't run again, maybe can't, put Jimmy Carter on the ballot, okay? You vote Jimmy Carter, he could technically be president again at age 99, and just voting Carter equals no Joe for now. Let this get to a convention where, whether it's a smoke-filled room or a nice filtrated room, there are real wranglings to get two good candidates that can really reflect Democrat voters' values. I'm Mark Stewart.